Hi sir, good day. Hope you're doing well. I'm LAKSHAN from class WTP1 and I would like to talk to you about the topic I chose for my health presentation, which is toothbrush care. It sounds like a simple thing, but when I start researching it, I realized that many of us actually don't take care of our toothbrush properly. So I wanted to check with you and make sure I understand this topic correctly, sir. Firstly, I learned that a toothbrush should be replaced every 3 to 4 months. At first, I thought that was a bit too frequent. But when I think about it, most students, including myself, sometimes use the same toothbrush for half a year, maybe even longer. And the more I read, the more I realize that the bristles actually weaken over time, and that makes brushing less effective. So I wanted to confirm with you, sir. Even the toothbrush still looks okay, bacteria can still build up on it, right? Another thing I discovered is about how we store our toothbrush. Many people, including some of my friends, keep their toothbrush inside a closed container because they think it's cleaner. But I recently learned that storing a toothbrush in a closed cover can actually trap moisture and encourage bacteria to grow. So from that, what I understand, the right way is to store the toothbrush upright in an open folder so it can dry properly. And we must also make sure our toothbrush doesn't touch someone else, especially if we share the bathroom. I just wanted to check if that's correct method, sir. I also came across something quite shocking. Apparently, if we flush the toilet with the lid open, teeny droplets can spread in the air and land on surfaces, including our toothbrush. Honestly, sir, that made me rethink my whole bathroom routine. So from now, I'm definitely closing the toilet lid before flushing. I never realized that simple habits like that can affect toothbrush hygiene. Sir, I also wanted to ask about cleaning the toothbrush itself. Some people soak their toothbrush in mouthwash or hot water because they think it will kill bacteria. But I read running water is usually enough. I also read that extremely hot water can damage the bristles. So I wanted your opinion. Is simple rinsing sufficient for daily care, sir? Another part that caught my attention is what to do after being sick. I learned that if we have the flu, fever, or even a sore throat, it's safer to replace the toothbrush after we recover. So I wanted your opinion. Is simple rinsing sufficient for daily care, sir? Another part that caught my attention is what to do after being sick. I learned that if we have the flu, fever, or even a sore throat, it's safer to replace the toothbrush after we recover. This is because the bacteria or viruses can stay on the bristles and possibly reinfect us. I think this is something many people don't realize, including me. And sir, this might sound funny, but I also read that some people, especially couples, actually share their toothbrush. Honestly, sir, before this, I thought it wasn't a big deal, but I know it's actually quite dangerous. Sharing a toothbrush means sharing saliva and bacteria, and it can even spread infections. So I wanted to highlight in that my presentation because it's something a lot of people do without thinking. I also wanted to talk about electric toothbrush. I used to think they didn't need much care, but but now I understand that brush head still needs to be replaced on the electric toothbrush. And we also have to make sure the base doesn't get wet. I think many students use electric toothbrushes but don't know how to care for them properly. Another point, sir, I am planning to include is the importance of brushing gently. Many of us think brushing harder means cleaning better, but in reality, brushing too hard can harm our gums and enamels. So I want to emphasize that techniques is more important than force. Lastly, sir, I also learned that we should brush our tongue because the tongue traps bacteria that cause bad breath. So maintaining overall mouth hygiene isn't about teeth, it includes caring for the toothbrush and tongue as well. And so to summarize, sir, proper toothbrush care includes replacing the brush every few months, storing it upright, keeping it dry, avoiding toothbrush covers, making sure it doesn't touch other toothbrushes, cleaning it properly, not sharing with anyone, and replacing it after sickness. I believe these steps can help prevent oral infections and improve our overall hygiene. Thank you, sir, for listening to my explanation. I hope my understanding is correct and I'm ready to adjust anything based on your feedback. Thank you, sir.
Today I'm going to talk about something many of us love, Maggi. But not just a normal Maggi. Today I'm showing how to make Maggi chili oil, a quick recipe that tastes spicy, fragrant, and honestly a little addictive. So let's start with the ingredients. For this recipe, you only need a few simple things. 1 packet of Maggi, any flavor, but the best one for chili oil are chicken or curry. 2 tablespoons of chili oil. You can use store-bought or homemade. 1 teaspoon of garlic chopped small so the flavor can spread. A bit of soy sauce, just a splash for the color and taste. Optional toppings like spring onion, fried onion, or even half-boiled egg. Super simple, right? But even though the ingredients are basic, the final taste is really powerful. Next, let's talk about how to prepare it. Step 1. Boil the Maggi noodles. Make sure you don't boil it too long because soft noodles will break easily. I usually boil it for around 2 minutes, just enough to get that perfect springy texture. Step 2. While the noodles are cooking, prepare the flavor base in a bowl. This is where the magic happens. In the bowl, add your chili oil, garlic, soy sauce, and the Maggi seasoning packet. The chili oil gives heat, the garlic gives aroma, and the seasoning brings everything together. Step 3. Once the noodles are done, drain almost all the water, but leave just a little bit, like a spoonful. This small amount of water helps the flavor mix smoothly without making the noodles soupy. Step 4. Pour the noodles into the bowl with your chili oil mixture. Mix everything gently but truly. When the noodles turn shiny and slightly red, you know the chili oil has coated everything nicely. Step 5. Add your topping. Spring onion, make it fresh. Fried onion, make it crunchy. And an egg, make it creamy. But honestly, you can keep it simple and it will be still taste amazing. Now, let me explain why this recipe is so popular. First, it's fast. You can make it less than 10 minutes. Perfect when you're hungry or rushing between class. Second, it's customizable. If you love spicy food, add more chili oil. If you want something sweet, add a bit of honey. If you want a stronger flavor, add a garlic powder or a sesame oil. There's no strict rules. You get to create your own version. Third, it's comforting. No matter how stressful your day is, one bowl of warm noodles with a strong bold flavor just make you feel better. Before I end here, here's a little tip. Chili oil can be strong, so start with a small amount of it. And add more only if you can handle the heat. And if you want a healthier version, you can use air-dried noodles or add a vegetable like a baby spinach or carrot. So, in conclusion, Maggi chili oil is a simple recipe, but it delivers big flavor. It's fast, affordable, customizable, and honestly, just fun to make. If you never tried it, I really recommend you giving it a chance. Your tongue might be on fire, but your heart will be happy. Thank you for listening. Bye guys.
Hello everyone. In this video, I want to share some tips to take care our toothbrush. Brushing our teeth is the one of the most important personal hygiene habits. It is something we do every single day, usually in the morning and at night. Brushing helps remove food particles, protect our teeth from cavities, and keep our breath fresh. But many people don't realize that brushing your teeth is only effective if your toothbrush is clean. A toothbrush can get contaminated with harmful bacteria and germs if you don't take care of it properly. If you continue using a dirty brush, like this for example, this is dirty brush, you can see it. We are basically putting germs back into our mouth. That is why learning how to take good care of our toothbrush is very important for our health. So today, I would like to share with you several simple but important steps to keep your toothbrush clean and functioning properly. First, never share your toothbrush with anyone. This is the most basic rule. A toothbrush is a personal item. Sharing it even with family members or close friends can spread germs, virus and bacteria. For example, someone might have gum disease or a flu virus that you cannot see. When you share a toothbrush, these germs can easily transfer to your mouth. So, no matter what the situation is, always use your own toothbrush and never lend it to someone else. Next, always rinse your toothbrush thoroughly with tap water after every use. When we brush our teeth, the bristles collect leftover toothpaste, dirt and small pieces of food. If you don't rinse the toothbrush, these things stay in the bristles and become a perfect home for bacteria. By rinsing it with clean water, we remove all the soap, dirt and impurities. This step might seem simple, but it's very important to keep the toothbrush safe and hygienic each time we use it. After that, keep your toothbrush in an upright position so it can drain and dry properly like this. This means you should place your toothbrush standing vertically in a holder. This helps the water drip off and allow the bristles to dry faster. Bacteria like to grow in wet place, so when the brush is dry, fewer germs can survive. On the other hand, if you place your toothbrush lying flat or cover it with a closed container while it is still wet, moisture will get trapped. This will allow bacteria to grow even more. So, always make sure your toothbrush can dry in the open air. Then, check the bristles regularly to make sure they are not damaged. This is example damaged toothbrush. You can see the bristles. Over time, toothbrush bristles become bent, soft or spread out. When this happens, the toothbrush cannot clean your teeth properly. Damaged bristles also cannot reach between your teeth or along your gum line. Sometimes damaged bristles can even hurt your your gums because they are too rough. So if you notice your toothbrush starting to look worn out, like this, worn out, not good. It is a sign that you need to replace it. Finally, replace your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months. Even if your toothbrush still look okay, it is recommended to change it after 3 to 4 months. This is because bacteria build up on the bristles over time. Also, the bristles weaken slowly. Even if you cannot see it, a new toothbrush will always clean and help keep your mouth healthier. If you have been sick, for example, if you had a flu, sore throat or mouth infection, it is a good idea to replace your toothbrush immediately after you recover. This prevents the possibility of reinfecting yourself. In conclusion, taking good care of your toothbrush is not difficult, but it makes a difference to our oral health. Let's always remember these 5 steps. First, do not share your toothbrush. Second, rinse it well. Thirdly, store it upright. Next, check the bristle. Lastly, and replace it every 3 to 4 months. These are small habits, but they help protect our teeth, gums, and overall hygiene. By following this step, we make sure that our toothbrush is always clean and can do its job properly. Thank you for listening. I hope that after this, everyone will know how to take good care of their toothbrush and keep their mouth healthy. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good morning, sir. Today, I would like to share something simple but very important for our daily life. My topic is how to take good care of our toothbrush. We use our toothbrush every single day, but many people don't know that a toothbrush can get dirty and full of germs if we don't take care of it properly. So, I hope after my presentation, everyone will know the right way to keep our toothbrush clean and safe to use. First of all, the most important rule is to not share your toothbrush with anyone, even if it's your sibling or your best friend. You should never share it. When we brush our teeth, our toothbrush touch our saliva, our gums, and sometimes small bits of food. If we share it, the germs from another person's mouth can transfer to us easily. This can make us sick. So, using our own toothbrush is very important to protect our health. Next, after we brush our teeth, we must rinse our toothbrush with clean tap water. This helps remove toothpaste, dirt, and germs that are stuck with the bristles. Some people just put their toothbrush aside without rinsing properly, and this makes it even dirtier. So we should always clean it well. Shake off the extra water and let it dry. A dry toothbrush has fewer germs, so this is a very important step. Now, let's talk about how to store our toothbrush. We should always keep it in an upright position, which means standing straight with the bristles up. When the toothbrush is upright, the water can drain out easily. If it stays wet for too long, germs can grow faster. We should also avoid keeping our toothbrush in a closed container because it traps moisture and makes more bacteria grow. The best way is to put it in a holder or a cup and make sure the bristles do not touch other toothbrushes. When bristles touch each other, germs can spread. Another important thing is to check the condition of our toothbrush. Over time, the bristles will start to get weak, bent, or damaged. When this happens, the toothbrush cannot clean our teeth properly anymore. Even if we brush for a long time, it won't work well. That is why we need to replace our toothbrush every 3 to 4 months if the bristles look spoiled earlier than that. We should change it earlier. A A new toothbrush always works better and keeps our mouth clean. We also need to remember not to brush too hard. Some people press the toothbrush strongly thinking it will clean better. But actually, brushing too hard can damage the bristles and hurt our gums. When the bristles bend and open up, the toothbrush becomes useless faster. So brushing gently helps keep the toothbrush in good condition. To summarize everything, taking care of our toothbrush is simple, but we must do it every day. Number 1, do not share your toothbrush. Number 2, rinse it with clean water and let it dry after every use. Number 3, store it in an upright position so it can drain properly. And number 4, replace it every 3 to 4 months or when the bristles get damaged. Even though it sounds like a small thing, taking care of our toothbrush is very important for our health. A clean toothbrush helps protect our teeth and comes from germs. I really wish everyone will start paying more attention to their toothbrush after listening to my talk today. Taking care of it properly will help us stay healthy and have a cleaner smile.
Hello everyone, today I will be showing you how to make one of Malaysia's most delicious and famous dishes, ayam masak merah, or in English, red cooked chicken. This dish is a favorite during celebration like wedding, Hari Raya and family gathering. It is a rich, spicy and slightly sweet chicken dish cooked in a tomato and chili sauce. Before we start cooking, let's take a look at the main ingredients, spicy and seasoning, and the equipment we will need. The main ingredients. For the main ingredients, we will use 500 grams of chicken cut into pieces, 1 large onion slice, 3 cloves of garlic chopped, 1 cup of tomato sauce, 2 tablespoons of chili paste, 1 of 2 cups of coconut milk. We will also need cooking oil for frying and a bit of water for the sauce. We use chicken as the main ingredient, and we also need onions, garlic, tomato sauce, and coconut milk to make the dish creamy and delicious. Spicy or seasoning. Now let's look at the spicy and seasoning. We want our ayam masak merah to taste rich and aromatic, so we will add salt, sugar, turmeric powder, a bit of chili powder, optional lah. To make the dish more fragrant, we will also use lemongrass and bay leaves. We want our dish to taste lightly sweet and spicy, so we'll balance the chili paste with tomato sauce and sugar. The equipment. Next, let's talk about the equipment we need. We will use a frying pan for frying the chicken, saucepan for cooking the sauce, a spatula for stirring, a knife and cutting board for chopping, and a bowl of mixing ingredients. This is the bowl. We want our spices to mix well, so we will use a blender to blend the onions, garlic and chili paste until smooth. Alright, let's start cooking. Today we will be making ayam masak merah. Before you start cooking, prepare all the main ingredients and seasoning on your table. First, clean the chicken pieces and marinate them with a bit of salt and turmeric powder. Mix them well and let them rest for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay. Next, heat some oil in a frying pan. Frying the chicken until it's turned golden brown. We don't need to cook it completely. Just half cooked is fine. Remove the chicken and set it aside. After that, in another pan, heat a bit of oil and the blend onion, garlic and chili paste. Sauce the mixture until it becomes fragrant and the oil separates from the paste. This step is very important because it brings out the aroma of the spices. Then add the tomato sauce, coconut milk and a bit of water. Stir well and let
Assalamualaikum and good morning, sir. So today I want to talk about something that we use every day but many of us don't really think about it. It is our toothbrush and how to take good care of it. Even though a toothbrush looks small and simple, it is actually very important for our health. Without a clean toothbrush, our teeth and mouth cannot stay healthy. First, let me explain why toothbrush care matters. Our mouth has many tiny germs. This is normal, but when our toothbrush becomes dirty, those germs can grow even more. Then, every time we brush our teeth, the germs can go back into our mouth and make us sick. That is why learning how to take care of our toothbrush is very important for everyone. The first rule is very simple but very important. Never share your toothbrush with anyone. A toothbrush should be used by only one person. When we share a toothbrush, we are also sharing germs, saliva, and bacteria from someone else's mouth. This can cause infections, sore throat, and even mouth disease. So, if you ever forget your toothbrush when you travel, it is better to buy a cheap new one than to use someone else. Next, after we finish brushing our teeth, we must rinse the toothbrush with clean tap water. This helps wash away toothpaste foam, food bits, and any germs stuck on the bristles. We should rinse the brush until the water looks clear. This step is very important because a dirty toothbrush cannot clean our teeth properly. After rinsing, the next step is to let the toothbrush dry. Germs love wet places, so a wet toothbrush can become a home for bacteria. After brushing, shake the toothbrush gently to remove extra water. Then, place it somewhere where air can reach it easily. This helps it dry faster and stay clean. Okay, now let's talk about how to store the toothbrush. The best way is to keep it standing upright, such as in a toothbrush holder. When it stands straight, water can drip down and the bristles will dry faster. If we leave it lying flat or put it inside a closed container while so wet, germs will grow faster because there is no air. So always let your toothbrush stand in an open place. Another thing we must do is check the bristles of the toothbrush. Bristles are the small hairs on the brush. They are the part that cleans our teeth. When these bristles become bent, soft, or broken, the toothbrush cannot clean properly. Damaged bristles cannot remove food stuck between our teeth. That is why dentists say we should replace our toothbrush every 3 to 4 months or earlier if it already looks old or messy. Let me give you an example. Imagine sweeping the floor with a broom that has broken bristles. The broom will not work well, right? The same thing happens with a toothbrush. A toothbrush with damaged bristles cannot clean your teeth properly. Besides that, we should also keep our toothbrush away from the toilet area. When we flush the toilet, tiny water particles may go into the air, so it is better to keep your toothbrush at a safe distance or close the toilet lid before flushing. This helps keep your toothbrush clean and hygienic. Another good habit is to use a toothbrush cover only when traveling, not every day. When you are at home, it is better to keep the toothbrush open so it can dry, but when you are going somewhere, you may use a cover to protect it from dirt. Just remember to remove the cover when you arrive and let it dry again. Taking care of our toothbrush may sound like a small thing, but it actually helps us stay healthy. A clean toothbrush can prevent gum disease, tooth decay, and bad breath. It also helps us smile confidently because our teeth stay clean and fresh. So, to make it easier to remember, here are the 5 golden rules for toothbrush care. Number 1. Never share your toothbrush with anyone. Number 2. Rinse it with clean tap water after brushing. Number 3. Let it dry properly in open air. Number 4. Keep it standing upright. Number 5. Replace it every 3 to 4 months or when the bristles are damaged. So, I hope after listening to my talk today, everyone will understand how important toothbrush care is. A clean toothbrush gives us a clean mouth. A clean mouth gives us a healthy body. So, let's all take good care of our toothbrush starting today. So, that's all from me. Bye!
Hello everyone, my name is AISYAH from WTP 1. And today I'm gonna walk you through how to cook delicious plate of fried noodle. Fried noodle are so simple yet tasty dish that popular in many countries with countries variations. It's a very simple recipe and you can make it with just few ingredients or mix it up with whatever you have in your pantry. Whether you in a rush or just looking to enjoy a quick homemade meal, fried noodles are always a great choice. So let's get started. Step by step in 3 to 4 minutes. 1. Gather your ingredients 1 minute. In order to make fried noodle, you need to a few basic ingredients. Let me show you what we working with today. First, 200 grams of noodle and 2 tablespoons of oil. The oil you can use vegetable oil, sesame oil, or olive oil. Third, 2 garlic cloves, finely chopped. 1 onion slice. 1 cup of vegetable like carrots, bell peppers, or peas. And 2 eggs, soy sauce or oyster sauce, you can choose whatever you like. Then a pinch of salt and pepper. Optional protein of your choice like chicken, beef, tofu, or shrimp. Of course, these are just the basic. You can customize the recipe to suit your own preference. For instance, adding chili if you like spicy, or dash of sesame oil for extra flavor. So let's go to how to cook fried noodle. Firstly, we need to cook the noodles. If you using dry noodles, bring a pot of water to a boil and cook them according to the instruction on the package. For instant noodle, it usually takes about 3 minutes. Once they're done, drain the noodles and set them aside. Don't forget to save a bit of the cooking water in case you need later for extra moisturize. And then prepare the stir fry base 1 to 2 minutes. Now let's start on the stir fry base. Heat a large pan or work over medium high heat. Once it's hot, add in your oil. I recommend vegetable or sesame oil because they have a natural taste. But sesame oil will give your noodles an extra delicious fragrance. Next, toss in the garlic and onion. Stir fry about 30 seconds until the garlic becomes fragrant and the onion starts to soften. This is when your kitchen going to smell amazing. Now add on the vegetable you choose. Carrots, bell peppers, or peas work really well here, but feel free to experiment with what you have on hand. Stir fry everything about 2-3 minutes or until vegetables are cooked but still slightly crunchy. Add the egg. If you like egg, you can add an egg. It's just optional. If you want to the eggs to your fried noodle, this is the time to do it. Push the vegetable the side of the pan and cracks directly on the pan. Scramble them quickly with your spatula and cook until they fully set. And then combine everything. Now it's time to add the noodle. Toss them into the pan and stir everything together. You want to break up any clumps of noodle to make sure they evenly coat with the oil and veggies. Now add your sauce. Soy sauce is must for that savory umami flavor, and if you have oyster sauce, it adds a nice dip. Add a salt and pepper to taste. Stir everything together and cook another 1 to 2 minutes until the noodles are heat through and slightly crispy at the bottom. Conclusion: now that your fried noodles are ready, it's time to plate them. If you want, you can garnish with some fresh herbs, a sprinkle of chili flakes, or even a squeezed lime for an extra burst of flavor. That's it. You just make a quick, delicious plate of fried noodle. It's a simple recipe, but it's packed with your flavor and so customized. That's it. You just made a quick, delicious plate of fried noodle. It's a simple recipe, but it's packed with flavor and so customizable. That's it, you just made a quick, delicious plate of fried noodle. It's a simple recipe, but it's packed with flavor and so customizable. Whether you're cooking for one or for the whole family, I hope you give the recipe a try next time you need something as tasty and easy to prepare. Thanks for watching and happy cooking. Thank you everyone. That's all from me, Nur Aisyah. Thank you everyone. I hope you guys enjoy the cooking. Bye.
Everyone, today I'm going to talk about something many of us love. It's Maggi. Okay, but not just normal Maggi. Today I'm sharing how to make Maggi chili oil. A quick recipe that tastes spicy, fragrant, and honestly a little addictive. So let's start with the ingredients. For the recipe, you only need a few simple things: 1 packet of Maggi, any flavor, but the best one of the chili oil are Maggi curry. Okay, so second, 1 or 2 tablespoon of chili oil, chopped into the small pieces. Small of the flavor stick. Okay, so this garlic, we need a white garlic, so we need to chop this into the small pieces. And topping like a spring onion and fried onion, or even a half a boiled egg. Okay, super simple, right? But even though the ingredients are basic, the fundamentals is really powerful. Okay, so next, let's talk about the how to do that. Step 1, boil the Maggi noodle. Make sure you don't boil too long because soft noodle will break easily. I usually boil it for around 2 minutes, just enough to get the perfect springy texture. Okay. Step 2, while the noodles are cooking, prepare the flavor based in the bowl. This is where the magic happens. In the bowl, add the chili oil, garlic, and the Maggi seasoning. But then, the chili oil gives the heat, the garlic gives the aroma, and the seasoning brings everything together. It's like mix together, you know. Okay, that's step 3. Once the noodles are done, drain almost all the water, but leave just a little bit, like a spoonful Just a small amount of water helps. The flavor melts smoothly without making the noodles soapy. Okay, so actually chili oil don't need to really dry and not like really dry and not really soapy. That's step 4. Pour the noodle into the bowl with your chili oil. Mix together. Mix everything gently and thoroughly. When the noodles turn shiny and slightly red, you know the chili oil. Decorate everything nicely. Step 5. Add your toppings. It's just optional if you want to add your toppings. But step 5. Fried onion will make the fresh look really fresh. And if fried onion make it so crunchy. And if you want to add egg ball, it will make your Maggi look so creamy. So, but honestly, you can keep it so simple, and it will still taste amazing. Now let me explain why this recipe is so popular. First is first, you can make it in less than 10 minutes perfect when you are hungry and rushing between the class. Second, it's customized. If you want to love spicy more, then add more chili. And if you want something sweet, add a bit of honey. If you want stronger flavor, add the garlic powder and sesame oil. And then there's no straight rule. You get to create your own version. Third, confronting, no matter how straightforward your day is, one warm noodles with strong bold flavor just make you feel better. Okay, before I end, here are a little tip for the guys. Okay, first, chili oil can be strong, so start with small amount from chili oil and add the more. And if you want more flavor of chili oil or strong, so you just need to add more chili oil. Then, and if you want a healthy version, you can use air dry noodles or a vegetable like a baby spinach or carrots. So in conclusion, Maggi chili oil is a simple recipe, but it delivers big. The flavor is a fast, affordable, customizable, and honestly just for fun to make. If you've never tried it, I really recommend giving it a chance. You thought might be on fire, but your heart will be always happy. So that's all from me. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Binti Mama Azri from class WTV. Today, I would like to talk about something very important that we use every day, but many people forget to take care of it. It is our toothbrush. We use a toothbrush to keep our teeth clean, but if we do not take care of it properly, it can collect harmful bacteria and germs. So, today, I am going to share with you the correct steps to take care of your toothbrush. First, the most important rule is do not share your toothbrush with anyone. A toothbrush is a personal item. When you share it, you also share germs, saliva, and bacteria. This can cause infections or sickness. So always remember, the toothbrush is only for you. Next, after you finish brushing your teeth, you must rinse your toothbrush under clean tap water. This step removes toothpaste, food particles, and dirt that may be stuck between the bristles. After rinsing, make sure you shake off the extra water and let it dry. A wet toothbrush is the perfect place for bacteria to grow, so drying is very important. Then you must check your toothbrush regularly. Look at the bristles. If they damage, this means your toothbrush cannot clean your teeth properly anymore. A damaged toothbrush loses its function and can even hurt your gums. Finally, it is very important to replace your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months. If you use the same toothbrush for too long, it becomes worn out and full of germs. changing to a new toothbrush keeps your mouth cleaner and healthier. Store your toothbrush in upright position. This means you should place it standing straight in a holder. When it is upright, the water drains easily and the bristles dry faster. Do not keep your toothbrush lying down inside a closed container or touching other brushes. This can spread germs from one tooth to another. In conclusion, taking care of your toothbrush is simple, but it gives a big benefit to your health. Remember these steps: do not share, rinse and dry, keep upright, check for damage, and replace it regularly. By following these steps, you can keep your toothbrush clean and protect your teeth from harmful bacteria. So brushing your teeth every day is very important. It keeps your teeth and gums healthy and prevents problems like cavities, gum disease, and bad breath. Using the right technique and brushing for 2 minutes helps remove food and plaque that can harm your teeth. Taking care of your teeth from a young age means you can enjoy strong, healthy teeth and a bright smile for your whole life. Remember, a healthy mouth is a part of a healthy body. That's all for me. I hope I was able to share something useful with you. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is NORHANA binti AZWIN from 1 SPM WTP. Today, I would like to talk about something simple but very important in our daily life, which is how to take care of our toothbrush. Many people brush their teeth every day, but not everyone knows how to take care of the toothbrush itself. Without a proper care, it can be filled with harmful germs and bacteria. So, today I want to share some user tips to make sure our toothbrush stay clean and safe to use. Wait. Why is it important to take care of our toothbrush? Before I explain the step, let's understand why is the matter. A toothbrush is something we put inside our mouths at least twice a day. If it's still dirty or fully bacteria, instead of cleaning our teeth, it's actually make us sick. It can cause infection, bad breath, or even gum problems. So taking care of the toothbrush is just as important as brushing our teeth. Okay, the first rule is never share your toothbrush with anyone. Sharing means like using the same item together with another person, even if it's a close friend, family member, or sibling. We should never share it. Each person's mouth has a different bacteria, and sharing a toothbrush can make a spread disease of harmful germs easily. So, always use your own toothbrush and keep spread of others. Next, after the brushing, we must rinse the toothbrush using the clean and tap water. Rinsing helps to remove toothpaste or food particles and bacteria stuck between the bristles. What's the meaning of bristles? Bristles are the small hair like the part of the we use to brush our teeth. After the rinsing, we must let the toothbrush dry. A wet toothbrush is perfect place for gums to grow. So, it's very important to shake off excess water and let it to dry completely. Some people rest, but then I keep the brush well in the closed container, and that is actually dangerous because the bacteria can multiply faster. Okay, the third rule is when a storing toothbrush we should keep is so it's dry faster. We lay it flat. Our store is an inside a container. Water and stay trapped and gums can grow. And we should also avoid the placing toothbrushes too close to other brushes because they may touch each other to spread the gums. Step 4 is toothbrushes don't last forever. We must replace them every 3 to 4 months. When the bristles start to bend, open out or look damaged, the toothbrush cannot function properly. It may not clean our teeth well, and damage can hurt our gums. So for example, like this toothbrush. So also, we just recovered from sickness like a flu or fever. It is better to replace the toothbrush to prevent falling sick again. From this toothbrush to this toothbrush is more better, guys. Okay, next step is another important step is storing the toothbrush in a clean and safe area. We should avoid placing it near the toilet because when we flush, a tiny water droplet can spread bacteria into the air. It is better to restore the toothbrush is the holder or the cup standing and upright and exposed to the air. Make sure it is not covered tightly inside a wet container because they create a humid environment where gums grow easily. Then, if you travel, keep it inadvertently. Travel kits, not a fully sold one. Okay guys, here are some extra tips people may not realize. So, wash your toothbrush holder regularly because it collects dirt or water at the bottom. Then, do not use the hot water to sterilize because it can damage the bristles faster. Like this. Avoid the brushing too hard because it rains to toothbrush and injure the gums. Choose a soft bristles to toothbrush because it's safer and more gentle. So like this. This small habit help keep our teeth and toothbrush clean. Okay guys, in the conclusion, taking care of our toothbrush is simple, but it's very important. A clean toothbrush helps protect our teeth, gums, and overall health. So remember this step. First, do not share. And second, rinse and dry after every use. And third, store upright. And fourth, replace every 3 to 4. And second, rinse and dry after every use. And third, store upright. And 4. Replace every 3 to 4 months. And 5. Keep it in a clean place. I hope every listening to my presentation where everyone will start giving more attention to the toothbrush. Thank you for listening, and I hope we all practice good oral hygiene. Thank you guys. Bye.
Hello and good day to everyone. Today, I would like to talk about something very simple but very important in our daily life, which is toothbrush care. Many people think brushing their teeth is enough, but they forget that the toothbrush itself needs proper care. A dirty or damaged toothbrush cannot clean our teeth properly and may even cause health problems. So in this video, I will explain clearly how to take care of a toothbrush in the correct way. Let me begin with the first and most important rules, which is never share your toothbrush. A toothbrush is a personal hygiene item. Even if it looks clean, it still carries bacteria, saliva, and germs from the person who use it. When you share it with someone else, all those germs can enter your mouth. This increases the risk of infection such as gum disease, ulcer, flu, or even more serious illness. Sometimes people think it is okay to share with sibling or friend for one time, but actually it is never safe. So rule number 1, only use your own toothbrush and do not share it under any reasons. Next, after brushing your teeth, you must rinse your toothbrush properly. When we brush, toothpaste foam, food particles, and bacteria get stuck between the bristles. If you simply put the toothbrush down without rinsing, the leftover dirt will stay there and continue to grow. To clean it properly, hold the toothbrush under running tap water. Use your finger to gently rub the bristles to get all the toothpaste and debris come off. Make sure to rinse until the water looks clear. After that, shake the toothbrush lightly to remove extra water. This step is important to prevent moisture from staying on the bristles. Now, let's move on to the third point, which is how to store your toothbrush correctly. After rinsing, the toothbrush should be placed in an upright position with the bristles pointing upwards. When the toothbrush is upright, it's allowed the water to drain and help the bristle dry faster. A dry toothbrush is always cleaner and safer than a wet one. You should store it in an open space with good airflow. Avoid putting it inside a closed container, a drawer, or covering it with a cap immediately after brushing. When there is no air circulation, moisture becomes trapped and bacteria grow even faster. Also, keep your toothbrush away from the toilet area and make sure it does not touch other toothbrush. If the bristles touch each other, germs can easily spread from one toothbrush to another one. Another important part of toothbrush care is knowing when to replace your toothbrush. Many people keep the same toothbrush for too long, sometimes 6 months or even a year. However, dentists recommended changing your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months. This is because the bristles slowly become soft, bent, or damaged. When the bristles lose their shape, they cannot clean properly between your teeth. If you were sick recently, like having a cold or fever, you should replace your toothbrush sooner to avoid getting infected again. Always check the bristles. If they are spreading out, uneven, or losing color, it is time to change. Besides that, let me add one more point that many people forget, which is keeping your toothbrush away from harmful chemicals. And sometimes we place our toothbrush near makeup items, soap, or cleaning liquids. This substance can contaminate the bristles. Make sure your brushing area stay clean. You can also use a toothbrush holder that keeps the handle clean and prevent the bristles from touching the sink. To sum up everything, toothbrush care is not something complicated. It is simple, but it makes a big difference for your health. The 4 most important steps are: 1. Do not share your toothbrush. 2. Rinse it properly after every use. 3. Store it upright and let it dry in open air. 4. Replace it every 3 to 4 months or yearly if damaged. By doing all these steps, we can make sure our toothbrush stay clean, safe, and effective every day. Thank you for listening.
I will be sharing how to prepare a simple dish called instant spaghetti. This recipe is quick, easy, and perfect for anyone who want a fast meal. I will talk about the ingredients, the seasoning, the utensils, and the steps to prepare it. Ingredients for this instant spaghetti, I am using a very simple ingredient. My ingredients are instant spaghetti noodle, garlic, and some pinch of salt. And cooking oil, water, you can see it. All these ingredients are easy to find and do not take long to prepare. Next, I will like to talk about the seasoning. For this recipe, I am using basic seasoning, a pinch of salt, second a bit of black pepper, Third, some dry herb like oregano or parsley if you like to extra flavor. This seasoning help to make the instant spaghetti taste richer and more delicious. If you want spicier flavor, you can also add some chili flake. 4. Utensil. Now, let me explain the utensil I need for preparing this dish. First, a pot to boil the spaghetti. Second, pan to heat the sauce. Third, a strainer to drain the spaghetti. Fourth, a knife to cut any additional ingredient. 5. A chopping board. 6. A spatula to stir the sauce. These utensils are simple and commonly used in the kitchen. 5. Step to prepare instant spaghetti. Step 1. Boil the water. Now let's wait. Now let me open this. Now, let's put the spaghetti in the pot. Let's wait for a few minutes. To cook the spaghetti, next I put this instant spaghetti noodle into boiling water. I let it cook about 7 to 10 minutes or until the noodles become soft. While I waiting, I prepare the adik. I want to drain the noodles. When the spaghetti is cooked, I use a strainer to drain out the water. I make sure the noodles are not too wet, so the sauce can stick nicely later. Now let's prepare the sauce. I heat my oil pan. Go to the pan, to the pot. Let's put the spaghetti. Now let's put the other. Done. In conclusion, making instant spaghetti is really easy. You only need simple ingredient and a few seasoning, basic ingredients. The steps are quick and suitable for beginner. I hope the my explanation has been clear and helpful. Thank you for listening.
To
toothbrush is very simple but extremely important for our oral health. We must rinse it properly, store it upright, avoid covering it well wet, never share it, and replace it every few months. A clean toothbrush helps us maintain a healthy mouth, fresh breath, and prevents infection. So I hope everyone here will start practicing this step every day. Thank you for listening. That's all from me, NURDAMIA BINTI WTP 1. Good morning everyone. Today I would like to share something simple but very important in our daily life. We brush our teeth every day, but many people forget that the toothbrush itself must be clean. If we do not take care of our toothbrush, it can collect germs, bacteria, and even cause more infection. So, in my presentation today, I will explain the proper steps to take care of a toothbrush and why each step is important for our health. First, let's talk about rinsing the toothbrush. After we finish brushing our teeth, our toothbrush will still have toothpaste, dirt, and tiny food particles stuck between the bristles. If we do not rinse the toothbrush properly, bacteria can grow. That is why we must wash the toothbrush with clean tap water every time after use. This habit keeps the bristles clean and prevent bad smell. It also helps the toothbrush last longer. Next, we must store the toothbrush in the correct way. The best way is to place the toothbrush in an upright position with the bristles facing out. This allows the water to drain out and helps the toothbrush dry faster. When the toothbrush is wet for too long, bacteria can grow very quickly. We should also avoid using a toothbrush cap or keeping the toothbrush inside a closed container while it's still wet. Many people think covering the toothbrush keeps it clean, but actually, it traps moisturize and encourage germs to multiply. So, the correct way is upright and open air. Then, we must remember one very important rule. Never share your toothbrush. Some people think it's okay to borrow a toothbrush just once, but it is actually very dangerous. Our saliva contains germs, and sharing a toothbrush can spread diseases such as flu, sore throat, and gum infection, or even more serious illness. A toothbrush is a personal item, just like a towel or a comb. So everyone should have their own toothbrush and never share it with anyone. Another important point is to check the condition of the bristles. When the bristles become soft, bent, or damaged, the toothbrush cannot clean the teeth properly. Damaged bristles will not reach between the teeth and they might even hurt the gums. So, it is recommended to replace the toothbrush every 3 to 4 months. If you brush your teeth twice a day, the bristles will slowly lose their shape. Also, if you have been sick, for example, fever, flu, or sore throat, it is better to change our toothbrush after you recover. This helps prevent the illness from returning. Now, let's talk about hygiene around the toothbrush area. The place where we keep our toothbrush is important too. If possible, do not place it too close to the toilet. When you flush, tiny water droplets can spread in the air, so it is better to keep the toothbrush in a clean and dry area. We should also avoid letting different toothbrush touch each other. When toothbrush touch each other, the germs can transfer from one brush to another, so keeping each toothbrush slightly apart is a good practice. In conclusion,
Hello everyone, today I want to talk about something very important, my toothbrush. Yes, my toothbrush, we use it every day to clean our teeth. But sometimes, we forget that we also need to take care of our toothbrush. If we don't take care of it, it can get dirty and full of germs. And we don't want that, right? So today, I will tell you how to take care of our toothbrush. I hope everybody will know this after my talk. First, we must never ever share our toothbrush. A toothbrush is like a personal thing. It is only for our mouth. If we share it, other people's germs can go into our mouth and that is not good at all. Imagine sharing a spoon that someone licking. Ew! So remember, my toothbrush is only for me. After we brush our teeth, we must rinse the toothbrush with clean tap water. we rinse it to remove toothpaste and little pieces of food. I always rinse my toothbrush until I see it clean. If we don't rinse it, the bristles can get sticky. After rinsing, we must let the toothbrush dry. Why? Because germs like wet place. If our toothbrush is always wet, germs can grow on it. So, after we rinse it, we just shake it a bit and let the water go away. Then, we leave it in the open air so it can dry nicely. Next, we must keep our toothbrush in an upright position. That means it must stand up, not lie down. When it stands up, the water can drain out and the bristles can stay dry. I put my toothbrush in a cup so it stands straight. If you keep your toothbrush with other people's toothbrush, make sure they do not touch each other. If they touch, germs can spread. Next, we cannot use the same toothbrush forever. After 3 to 4 months, we must change it to a new one. Why? Because the bristles get all soft or bent. When the bristles are damaged, the toothbrush cannot clean our teeth properly. If the bristles look messy or open like a flower, take to say goodbye and get a new one. So, when the toothbrush becomes like this, we should change it to a new one like this. When we take care of our toothbrush, it can do its job well. It can clean our teeth, remove food, and keep our mouth healthy. But if our toothbrush is dirty, all or full of germs, then we will not have clean teeth. So, taking care of our toothbrush is the same as taking care of our teeth. So, to finish my talk, I just want to remind everyone that our toothbrush is important. If we take care of it, it can clean our teeth properly and keep our mouth healthy. So remember to keep it clean, dry and change it when get old. So let's all be toothbrush heroes and take care of our own toothbrush. That's the way our smile will always shine bright. So don't forget to replace it every 3 to 4 months. Their simple steps help our tiny toothbrush hero stay strong and do its job well. Let's promise to treat our toothbrush like a superhero. Keep it clean, dry and happy, and it will help us have strong, bright and healthy teeth every single day. So that's all from me. I hope everyone knows how to take care of our toothbrush. Thank you for listening.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad AZWIN. Today I'm going to talk about nasi lemak. Nasi lemak is one of the most iconic dishes in Malaysia and it's widely regarded as a national treasure. It has held a special place in the hearts of Malaysians because of its rich flavor, fragrance, aroma and the cultural significance. Whether you are in a busy city or small village, you will easily find nasi lemak being sold at food stall, restaurant, food truck or even in hotels. It is a dish that can be enjoyed in any time of the day, breakfast, lunch, dinner or even supper. In this essay, I will explain in detail the ingredients, spice, equipment and step-by-step methods used to prepare this delicious dish. I will also describe why nasi lemak is so meaningful and popular among Malaysians. To begin, the foundation of nasi lemak lies in its main ingredient. The most crucial ingredient is the rice. For the best texture, long grain, rice is often preferred as it becomes soft and fluffy after cooking. Next, coconut milk is added to the rice, giving it a rich, creamy taste that makes nasi lemak different from ordinary rice pandan. Leaves are also included because they are sweet, natural fragrance that can instantly make the dish more appetizing. Besides the rice, the dish also requires aquavise, peanuts, eggs, and cucumber. While these ingredients may seem simple, each one has a special role. Aquavise add a savory, salty flavor. Peanuts bring crunchies. Cucumber provide freshness, and eggs give extra protein. Together, they create a balanced and complete meal. The next important part of nasi lemak is sambal. This is where spice and seasonings come in. Sambal is considered in the heart of the dish because it delivers a bold, spicy, and slightly sweet flavor. The main ingredients used in sambal are chili paste, onions, garlic, and ginger. Chili paste gives the sambal its bright red color and spicy kick onion, and the garlic adds sweetness and aroma, making the sambal smoother and more flavorful. Ginger adds warmth and depth to the taste. Salt and sugar are added to balance the flavor, while tamarind juice provides a slight sourness that enhances the overall taste. Finally, fried aquavise are mixed into a sambal to create a rich, savory flavor. When all these ingredients are cooked properly, the sambal becomes thick, shiny, and extremely appetizing. Although the ingredients are important, having the right equipment also play a vital role in preparing nasi lemak. A rice cooker or a pot is needed to cook the coconut rice. Many people prefer a rice cooker because it is easier to use, but a pot works just as well if you pay close attention to a heat. A frying pan is required to make the sambal and to fry the aquavise and peanut. Basic kitchen tools such as a knife, cutting board, strainer, bowls, and spoon are also necessary to wash, cut, and organize the ingredient. Preparing everything in advance and the cooking process runs smoothly without any interruption. The cooking process begins with preparing the rice. First, the rice must be washed and several times until the water becomes clear. This step is important because it removes excess extract and prevent the rice from becoming sticky. After washing, the rice is placed into the rice cooker, followed by coconut milk, water, salt, and pandan leaf. The pandan leaf should be tied into a knot before being added, as this helps release more aroma. Then the rice cooker is turned on and the rice is left to cook. As the rice cooks, the mixture of coconut milk and pandan leaf produce a fragrant smell that fills the kitchen. While the rice is cooking, the sambal is prepared. The cooking begins by heating oil in the pan. Chopped onions, garlic, and ginger are added into the pan and sauteed until they turn golden brown and release a strong aroma. Next, chili paste is added and stirred continuously to prevent it from burning. The mixture is cooked until the oil rises to the surface, a sign that the sambal is well cooked. Then salt, sugar, and tamarind juice are added to create a balance of spicy, sweet, and sour flavor. Finally, fried aquavise are added and mixed into the sambal. The sambal is then left to simmer until it becomes thick and full of flavor. Once the sambal is done, the side dishes can be prepared. Aquavise are fried until they become golden and crispy. Peanuts are roasted until they deliver a nutty aroma. Eggs are boiled, peeled, and cut into half. Fresh cucumber are washed and sliced thinly. Although these side dishes are simple, they play an important role in balancing a flavor and texture of the dish. After all components are ready, the nasi lemak can be assembled. A generous amount of coconut rice is placed on the plate, followed by a spoonful of sambal. The crispy anchovies, roasted peanut, boiled egg, and fresh cucumber slices are arranged neatly around the rice. For more filling meal, some people also add fried chicken, beef, rendang, or sambal squid. This addition makes the dish even more satisfying. In conclusion, nasi lemak is not just an ordinary meal. It is a symbol of nation's culinary identity. The creamy texture of the rice, the spicy richness of the sambal, and the crunchiness of the anchovies and peanuts blend together to create a dish that's both comforting and flavorful and represent a harmony of nation culture where different ingredients come together to create something special. By understanding the ingredients, spice, equipment, and cooking steps, anyone can prepare this wonderful dish at home. Nasi lemak remains a favorite among Malaysians because it is delicious, meaningful, and deeply connected to our heritage. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. Today I am going to share with you how to prepare one of the more popular and beloved Malaysian dishes, which is ayam masak merah. If you have been to Malay wedding, festive celebration or family gathering, you've probably seen this dish served on the dining table. It's beautiful bright red color together with the combination of sweet, spicy, and slightly tangy flavor make it a favorite dish for many Malaysians. This dish is not only delicious, but it also represents the richness of our local culinary. Family have their own special version of ayam masak merah, passed down from generation to generation. Today I will give you do a simple version that anyone can try at home, even if you are new to cooking. Before we begin, let me introduce the main ingredients, seasonings, and utensils that we need to prepare this dish. Main ingredients to prepare ayam masak merah, we need the following ingredients: chicken piece, tomatoes, onion, garlic, ginger, red chilies, and tomato sauce and cooking oil. These ingredients are the base of our dish. The chicken provides the protein, while the tomatoes, onion, garlic, ginger, and red chili give the sauce its rich and aromatic flavor. Next, we need some seasoning to enhance the taste: salt, sugar, turmeric powder, chili paste, lime juice. By leaf optional, this seasoning helps balance the taste of the dish, making it savory, sweet, spicy, and slightly soft, just the way ayam masak merah should be. For utensils, we will using a fry or wok, a knife, chopping bar, a cutting board, a bowl, a cooking spoon, a blender, or a mortar and pestle. These are basic kitchen tools that most households already have, making this recipe easy and convenient to prepare. Now, let's move on to the cooking process. Today, we are going to cook ayam masak merah, a dish that is simple yet full of flavor. Before cooking, make sure our ingredients, seasoning, and anti are ready. Having everything prepared will make the cooking process smoother and more enjoyable. First, clean the chicken piece thoroughly. Then season them with a little salt and turmeric powder. The turmeric not only adds flavor, but also give the chicken a nice golden color with fry. Next, heat some cooking oil in a fry pan or wok. Once the oil is hot, fry the chicken piece until then turn golden brown. This step helps seal the juice inside the chicken and give it a richer taste. After the chicken is cooked, remove from the pan and set it aside. After that, we prepare the sauce base. Blend the onion, garlic, ginger, and red chilies until smooth. If you prepare a more traditional texture, you can pound them using a mortar and pestle. The aroma from these ingredients is what makes ayam masak merah so fragrant. Then, using the same pan, heat a small amount of oil. Pour the in blend mixture and cook the oil separates from paste. This step is important because it helps remove the raw taste of the ingredients and brings out the natural fragrance. Once the paste is fragrant, add tomato sauce, chili paste, a little sugar, and some salt. Stir everything until the sauce becomes thick, glossy, and bright red. This is the signature look of ayam masak merah. Next, add the fried chicken into the sauce. Mix it gently so the chicken is fully cooked with the thin red gravy. Make sure every piece is covered evenly so the flavor can be absorbed well. After that, add sliced tomatoes and a bite of lime juice for a fresh and tangy flavor. If you like a more aromatic dish, you can add bay leaf at this stage. Let everything simmer for a few minutes. Finally, allow the chicken to cook slowly until the sauce thickens and the flavor blend together. When the gravy reaches the consistency you like, your ayam masak merah is ready to be served. And that is how we prepare the delicious and colorful ayam masak merah. This dish is perfect to enjoy with white rice, nasi tomato, or even with its sweet, spicy, and tangy taste make it suitable for people of all ages. I hope that after listening to my presentation, all of you feel inspired and excited to try cooking this dish at home. Thank you for attention, and I hope you enjoy your cooking experiences. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Muhammad and good day everyone. Today I'm going to share with you a popular and delicious dish from Malay cuisine, ayam masak lemak. This dish is well known for its rich and creamy coconut milk sauce paired with aromatic herbs and spices. It's a comforting dish that's perfect for lunch or dinner and is loved by many for its deep flavor and taste.
Ayam masak lemak, typical facial chicken as the main ingredients, cooked in coconut milk along with turmeric leaf, lemongrass and other spices that create a truly unique and flavor dish. In this video, I will walking you through the simple step to make this dish, from preparing the ingredients to cooking is to perfection. Before we start, let's take a look at the ingredients, seasoning and equipment that we'll need to make ayam masak lemak. After that, I guide you step by step through the cooking process. We will use chicken as the main ingredients. You can use chicken with bones for extra flavor, but chicken breast of thigh piece will also will. We will also need coconut milk, which give this dishes its signature creamy texture. For the vegetable, we'll add turmeric leaf, lemongrass and chili for a fragrant kick. To complete the dish, we will need onions, garlic and ginger to make the base for the sauce. Spice or seasoning. For the seasoning, we will use turmeric powder, which gives the dish its beautiful golden color and distinct flavor. Curry leaf, which add an authentic taste to the sauce. Salt to taste to balance and cream of the coconut milk. A little bit of sugar to help balance the flavor. Fresh chilies to add some heat. This is optional depending on how spicy you want it. Equipment. For the equipment, we need a pot or deep pan to cook the chicken and make the sauce, a knife and cutting board to chop the chicken, vegetable and spice, a spoon or spatula to stir the ingredient as they cook, measuring spoon to accurately measure the spice and seasoning, a mortar and pestle or blender to grind the ginger, garlic and onion into a paste. Cooking method. Today we will making ayam masak lemak. Before you start cooking, prepare all the main ingredients. Cut the chicken into spice. Slice the turmeric leaf, lemongrass and chilies. Peel and chop the onions, garlic and ginger. If you're using a mortar and pestle, grind the onions, garlic and ginger into a paste. If you have a blender, you can blend these ingredients instead. Next, heat some oil in a pot over medium heat. Once the oil is hot, add the chopped onions, garlic and ginger. Stir fry these ingredients for 2-3 minutes until they become soft and fragrant. After that, add the chicken piece into the pot and stir them well, allowing them to cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. When the chicken is brown and cooked on the outside, and turmeric powder and curry leaf. Mix everything together so the chicken is well cooked in this piece. Then pour in the coconut milk and add the turmeric leaf and lemongrass. Stir everything together, then bring into a gentle simmer. Reduce the heat to low and let the chicken cook in the coconut milk for 20 to 25 minutes. This will allow the chicken to absorb all the flavors and the sauce to chicken. Finally, taste the dish and adjust the seasoning if needed. Add salt to taste, and if you prefer it spicy, you can add some fresh chilies. If the sauce is too thick, you can add a little bit of water to thin it out. Once the chicken is tender and the sauce is creamy and well flavored, off the heat. Its construction, ayam masak lemak is a comfortable creamy dish that combines tender chicken with the rich flavor of coconut milk and aromatic spice. It's simple to make yet packed with flavor that will satisfy anyone who try it. I hope you found this recipe easy to follow, and I encourage you to give it a try at home. Serve it with steamed rice for a complete meal. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy making ayam masak lemak. Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Iskandar. Today I want to introduce about how to take care our toothbrush. Brushing your teeth is one of the most important personal hygiene habits that we must practice every single day. We brush our teeth to remove food particles, prevent tooth decay, and avoid bad breath. Most of us already know how important brushing is, but many people forget that the toothbrush itself also needs proper care. If we do not take care of our toothbrush, it can collect harmful bacteria, germs, and even dirt from the environment around it. Using a dirty toothbrush is almost the same as not brushing your teeth at all, because it can bring germs into your mouth. So today, I would like to tell you how to take proper care of your toothbrush, why each step is important, and how this simple habit can help keep your mouth clean and healthy. First, never share your toothbrush with anyone. The toothbrush is a very personal item that goes directly inside your mouth. If you share it with someone else, you are also sharing bacteria, saliva, and germs. Even if it is a close family member like your brother or sister, sharing is still not safe. Each person has different type of bacteria in their mouth, so sharing a toothbrush increase the risk of spreading infection or illness. By having your own toothbrush and not allowing anyone else to use it, you protect your oral health and prevent unwanted germs from entering your body. Next, rinse your toothbrush with clean tap water after every use. When we brush our teeth, toothbrush foam, food particles, and bacteria can get stuck between the bristles. If we do not rinse the toothbrush properly, this leftover particle can build up and become a place where germs grow. So after brushing, you should rinse the bristle under running water until everything is washed away. Make sure no toothpaste is left behind. This step keep your toothbrush fresh and ready for the next time you brush your teeth. After that, let your toothbrush dry completely. A wet toothbrush is the perfect place for germs to multiply because bacteria live moist or damp environment. It is very important to let your toothbrush dry after rinsing it. You can gently shake the toothbrush to remove extra water, then place it somewhere with good airflow. Avoid closing it inside a container while it is still wet because a closed space traps moisture, which encourages bacteria to grow even faster. By letting your toothbrush dry properly, you are making sure it stays clean and hygienic every day. Then keep your toothbrush in an upright position. The best way to store a toothbrush is by placing it standing up, usually in a toothbrush holder or cup. When the bristles face upward, excess water can drain away easily, helping the brush dry faster. At the same time, try not to let your toothbrush touch other toothbrush. If the touch bacteria can transfer from one brush to another. Keeping your toothbrush upright, separate and in an open area help protect it from contamination and keep it in good condition. Finally, replace your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months or even early if it is damaged. Over time, this bristle of your toothbrush will bend, spread out or become soft. When this happens, the toothbrush cannot clean your teeth properly. If your toothbrush look worn out or the bristles are no longer straight, it is a sign that you need a new one. You should also replace your toothbrush after recover from an illness such as the flu because germs may still be on the bristle. By changing your toothbrush regularly, you make sure you are always using a clean and effective tool to keep your mouth healthy. In conclusion, proper toothbrush care is very simple, but it plays a big role in protection our oral hygiene. By following this step, sharing your toothbrush, rinsing it after use, letting it dry, storing it upright, and replacing it every 3 to 4 months, you can greatly reduce the risk of germs and infection. A clean toothbrush helps you brush more effectively and keep your mouth fresh and healthy. This small habit may seem simple, but they make a big difference in your daily life. Thank you for listening, and I hope this tip will help everyone take better care of their toothbrush at home.
Good morning, sir. Today I would like to talk about how to cook one of my favorite dishes, which is buttermilk chicken. I choose this dish because it's creamy, tasty, and not too hard to make. I also enjoy cooking, so learning this recipe makes me happy. First, I want to talk with the ingredients. To cook buttermilk chicken, we need several things. We need chicken breast, flour, salt, pepper, buttermilk, butter, garlic, chicken leaf, and thyme. For the sauce, we need milk, evaporated milk, and a little sugar. Add some salt. These ingredients are easy to find in most kitchens. If not, they are also easy to buy at the store. Next, I want to talk about the utensils to or toast with us during cooking. We need a frying pan to cook the chicken and make the sauce. We also need a bowl to cook the chicken with flour, and spatula is used for stirring. And a chopping board and knife are used for cutting the ingredients. We also need a plate with tissue to drain the extra oil after frying the chicken. These tools help us cook safely and cleanly. Now I will explain the step to prepare the chicken first. We cut the chicken into small pieces so they can cook faster. Then we season the chicken with salt and pepper. This gives the chicken some flavor. After that, we coat the chicken with flour. The flour helps make the chicken crispy when we fry it. When the oil in the pan is hot, we can start frying. Put the chicken piece into the oil carefully. We fry them until they turn golden and crispy. This step usually takes a few minutes. After the chicken is fully cooked, we take it out and place it on a plate with tissue. The tissue helps absorb the extra oil so the chicken is not too oily. After finishing the chicken, we will move on to making the buttermilk sauce. To make the sauce, we start by melting some butter in the pan. Butter gives the sauce a rich flavor. After the butter melts, we add chopped garlic, curry leaf, and some chili. We cook them until we can smell the nice aroma. Next, we pour in the meat and evaporated meat. We need to stir slowly so they will not burn. After that, we add a little sugar and salt to balance the taste. We keep cooking the sauce on low heat. Slowly, the sauce will become thicker and creamier. When the sauce is ready, we add the fried chicken into the pan. Then we mix the chicken with the sauce until all the pieces are covered. After cooking for a few more minutes, our buttermilk chicken is ready to serve. Now I want to talk about why I like this dish so much. I like buttermilk chicken because the flavor is creamy and delicious. It's not too spicy, which makes it suitable for everyone in my family. I also like that I can eat with rice, noodle, or even bread. That the sauce tastes good with many types of my food. Sometimes my family asks me to help prepare the dish, and I enjoy cooking with them. Before I end, I want to share some
useful tips for cooking the dish. One tip is to fry the chicken until it is very crispy before adding it to the sauce. This makes the chicken taste better and not soggy. Another tip is to always cook the sauce on low heat. If the heat is too high, the meat can burn and the sauce will not taste good. Also, always taste the sauce while cooking. If it's not sweet enough, you can add a bit more sugar. If it's too salty, you can add more milk. In conclusion, buttermilk chicken is a simple but very tasty dish. It is fun to cook and enjoyable to eat. I believe anyone can make this dish if they follow the steps correctly. I hope my explanation helped and might be inspired author to try cooking it. Thank you very much for listening.
Good evening everyone. My name is Hada Afnan bin Shahrudin from Program 1 SBM WTP. Today I would like to talk about something that we use every day, every single day. But many of us don't really think about it. It's our toothbrush. Brushing our teeth in one of the most important personal hygiene habits. We brush at least twice a day to keep our mouth fresh, clean and healthy. However, even though we use the toothbrush every day, we sometimes forget that the toothbrush itself needs care. If we ignore it, our toothbrush can become dirty, contaminated, and full harmful bacteria and germs. This can affect our health without us even realizing it. For this reason, keeping our toothbrush clean is just as important as brushing our teeth. So today, I would like to tell you clearly and step by step how to take good care of your toothbrush. These steps are simple and everyone can do them at home. First, do not share toothbrush. This may sound obvious, but many people still do it, especially children or siblings. Sharing a toothbrush is unsafe because when you use someone else's toothbrush, your saliva mixes with the saliva. This can transfer bacteria, virus, or even blood if the germs bleach. Diseases like the flu, cold, or mouth infection can spread easily. A toothbrush is a personal item, just like towel and comb. So remember, your toothbrush is your alone. Don't share it with anyone. Next, always rinse your toothbrush with clean tap water every use. After brushing, your toothbrush may have leftover toothbrush and toothpaste, food bites and bacteria from your mouth. If you don't rinse it properly, all that dirty stay on your toothbrush until the next use. That means the next time you brush, you are putting all germs back into your mouth. So make sure that wash a brushes under running water. Move your finger toward the brushes gently to remove any remaining toothpaste. This helps keep the brush clean and fresh for the next time. After rinsing, it's also important to let the toothbrush dry. Germs grow faster in wet and moist place. Whether toothbrush is cleaner toothbrush. After that, keep your toothbrush in an upright position. Place your toothbrush in a holder or cup with bristles facing upwards. This allows extra water to drain more easily. When the brush drains, it dries faster, which reduces the chance of bacteria growing. Try not keep your toothbrush lying down or inside a closed container all the time. A closed container keeps moisture inside, and it creates the perfect environment for germs. If you use a cover, make sure it has hole to airflow. Then, replace your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months. Over time, the bristles will bend, soften or spread out. When this happens, the toothbrush cannot function properly. Damaged bristles cannot clean between your teeth or your gum line effectively. You might think you are brushing well, but your toothbrush is no longer doing its job. This suggests changing your toothbrush every day to 4 months, but if the bristles look worn out early, replace it sooner. Also, if you have been sick, it's a good idea to get a new toothbrush to avoid getting sick again. Another important step is to store your brush away from the toilet area. Sometimes when toilets are flushed, tiny particles can spread in the air. Keeping your toothbrush too close to the toilet can expose it to the germs. So try to keep your toothbrush somewhere safe, clean and dry. Finally, keep your toothbrush away from other people's toothbrushes. If toothbrushes touch each other in the holder, bacteria can transfer from one brush to another. Make sure there is enough space between each toothbrush in the cup holder. This keeps each brush clean and hygiene. To conclude, taking care of your toothbrush may seem like a small thing, but it makes a big difference in keeping your teeth and mouth healthy. A clean toothbrush means a cleaner mouth and fewer chance of getting sick. Let's review the step again. Do not share your toothbrush. Secondly, rinse it and dry it after every use. Thirdly, keep it upright so it can drain properly. Fourthly, replace it every 3 to 4 months. 5. Store it in place away from the toilet. Lastly, keep it separate from other toothbrush. If we follow this simple step every day, we can protect ourselves from bacteria and maintain good oral hygiene. Thank you for listening, and I hope these tips will you take better care of your toothbrush.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad HAIRUL bin Hadi. I'm from DARWISY 1. Today I'll be sharing a simple and delicious recipe. Today we will be making a fried chicken or ayam goreng. This recipe is easy to prepare, very tasty and acceptable for lunch, dinner or even as a snack. Before we start cooking, we must prepare all the main ingredients, species or seasoning and equipment that we need. First, let me talk about the main ingredients. For this recipe, we will use chicken as the main ingredient. I'm using about 4 to 6 pieces of chicken, but you can use more if you want. We also need 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of flour, a bit of water. These ingredients will help the chicken become crispy on the outside and the juicy on the inside. Next, let's move on to the spices and seasoning. To make our fried chicken taste delicious, we'll add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of chili powder. We want it spicy. A bit of garlic powder, and finally a little bit of chicken stock powder to make the flavor strong. To make this more interesting, we can also add some lemon juice to make the chicken smell better and taste fresh. Now, let's talk about the equipment. To cook fried chicken, we need simple tools: a bowl for mixing the ingredients, a fork or spoon to stir, a frying pan, a stove, tongs to flip the chicken, and some paper towel to dry the extra oil. We will also use a plate to serve out the chicken once it's cooked. Step 1. Prepare the chicken. Before you start cooking, prepare all the main ingredients and seasoning for our fried chicken. First, clean the chicken pieces and put them into a bowl. Add the egg, flour, salt, turmeric powder, pepper, chili powder, garlic powder, and chicken stock powder. Then mix everything well. You can use your hand or spoon. Make sure every pieces of chicken is cooked with the seasoning. Let the chicken rest about for 10 for 15 minutes so the flavor can absorb. Step 2. Heat the oil. Next, we heat the oil, place the frying pan on the stove and pour enough oil for deep frying. Turn on the stove to medium heat. Wait until the oil becomes hot. Step 3. After that, slowly put the chicken piece into the hot oil. Be careful so the oil does not splash. Let the chicken cook. Do not turn it too early. Let one side cook until it becomes golden brown. Then flip the chicken using the tools. Cook about 10 to 12 minutes until the chicken is crispy and fully cooked inside. Step 4. Remove and dry. Then out the chicken and place it on a plate with paper towels. This will help remove leaf. Step 5. Finally, our fried chicken is ready to be served. You can eat it with rice bread, knowledge, or even just by itself. To make it look more attractive, you can add some salad, cucumber, and chili sauce on the side. In the conclusion, fried chicken is a simple and delicious dish, and everyone can make. All we need are basic ingredients, easy seasoning, and simple equipment. By following this step, preparing, seasoning, frying, and serving, we can enjoy a homemade dish that tastes amazing. Thank you for listening to my recipe presentation. I hope you will try making this fried chicken at home.
Good morning, teacher and my dear friends. Today I would like to talk about a very important but often ignored topic: toothbrush care. Most of us brush our teeth every day, but how many of us really take care of our toothbrush? A toothbrush is a small tool, but it plays a big role in keeping our mouth healthy and our smile bright. Why toothbrush care is important? Our mouth contains millions of bacteria. When we brush our teeth, these bacteria stick to the toothbrush. If we don't clean and store our toothbrush properly, harmful germs can grow on it. Using a dirty toothbrush can cause problems like bad breath, tooth decay, gum disease, and even infections. So taking care of your toothbrush is just as important as brushing your teeth. Choosing the right toothbrush. Toothbrush care starts with choosing the right one. We should use a toothbrush with soft bristles. Hard bristles can damage our gums and wear down tooth enamel. The toothbrush head should be small enough to reach all areas of the mouth, including the back teeth. For children, using an age-appropriate toothbrush is important. Adults should avoid using children's toothbrush because they are not effective enough. How to clean your toothbrush properly? After brushing, many people simply put their toothbrush down without cleaning it. This is not correct. After every use, rinse the toothbrush thoroughly under clean running water. Make sure all toothpaste and food particles are removed. Gently shake off excess water. Do not use soap or detergent to clean your toothbrush as this may be harmful. Once a week, you can soak the toothbrush head in warm water for a few minutes to reduce bacteria. Proper storage of a toothbrush. Storing your toothbrush correctly is very important. Always keep your toothbrush upright so it can air dry. Do not cover it with a cap all the time as moisturizer can cause bacteria to grow. Keep it away from the toilet area because flushing can spread germs through the air. If you keep your toothbrush in a share holder, make sure it does not touch other toothbrush as this can spread germs. How often should you change the toothbrush? Many people forget to change their toothbrush regularly. Dentists recommend changing your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months immediately after you recover from an illness like flu or fever. When the bristles become worn or bad, using an old toothbrush is not effective and can harm your gums. Mistakes to avoid. There are some.
Good morning, respect teacher and my dear friend. Today I would like to talk about a very important but often enough topic: toothbrush care. Most of us brush our teeth every day, but how many of us really take care of our toothbrush? A toothbrush is a small tool, but it plays a big role in keeping our mouth healthy and our smile bright. Why toothbrush care is important? Our mouth contains millions of bacteria. When we brush our teeth, these bacteria stick to the toothbrush. If we don't clean and store our toothbrush properly, harmful germs can grow on it. Using a dirty toothbrush can cause a problem like bad breath, tooth decay, gum disease, and even infection. So taking care of your toothbrush is just as important as brushing your teeth. Choosing the right toothbrush. Toothbrush care starts with choosing the right one. We should use a toothbrush with soft bristles. Hard bristles can damage our gums and wear down tooth enamel. The toothbrush head should be small enough to reach all areas of the mouth, including the back teeth. For children, using an age-appropriate toothbrush is important. Adults should avoid using children's toothbrush because they are not effective enough. How to clean your toothbrush properly? How to clean your toothbrush properly? After brushing, many people simply bite their toothbrush down without cleaning it. This is not correct. After every use, rinse the toothbrush through under clean running water. Make sure all toothpaste and food particles are removed. Gently shake off excess water. Do not use soap or detergent to clean your toothbrush as this may be harmful. Once a week, you can soak the toothbrush head in warm water for a few minutes. Reduce bacteria. Proper storage of toothbrush. Storing your toothbrush correctly is very important. Always keep your toothbrush upright so it can air dry. Do not cover it with a cap all the time, as moisture can cause bacteria to grow. Keep it away from the toilet area because flushing can spread germs through the air. If you keep your toothbrush in its share holder, make sure it do not touch other toothbrush as this can spread germs. How often should you change your toothbrush? Many people forget to change their toothbrush regularly. Dentists recommend changing your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months. Immediately after you recover from an illness like flu or fever. When the bristles become worn or bent,
using.
Hello everyone, my name is AISYAH from WTP 1. Today I will be sharing a recipe for a traditional Malaysian dish called rendang. Rendang is a healthy and flavorful dish because it uses natural spices, coconut milk and fresh herbs. It is usually served with rice, lemang or even bread. In my presentation, I will talk about the main ingredient of spices or seasonings, equipment and finally the cooking method. I will explain each step clearly so you can follow the recipe easily. Main ingredient. First, let's look at the main ingredients for the recipe. We will use beef as main ingredient. We also need coconut milk, kerisik, gelangan, lemongrass and turmeric leaves. This ingredient make the rendang rich, creamy and aromatic. Next, spices and seasoning. Next, I will explain the spices and seasonings we will use. To make rendang taste delicious, we will add chili paste from onion, garlic, ginger, turmeric, salt and a little bit of sugar. We want our rendang to have a nice balance of spicy, salty and sweet flavors. So the seasonings are very important to make it more interesting. We will also add coffee lime leaves which give a fresh smell. Equipment. Now let's talk about the equipment needed. We will need a big pot, a cutting board, a knife, a blender, a wooden spoon, a bowl to hold the ingredient. Today we will make rendang. Before you start cooking, prepare all the main ingredients and seasoning of the rendang dish. Slice the beef, chop the onions, garlic and ginger and get a coconut milk spices ready. Step 1. First, blend the onions, garlic, ginger, chili paste and turmeric until smooth. We need to pass to be well mixed so the rendang will cook evenly. Step 2. Heat the pot. Next, heat a little oil in the big pot. Add the blended spice paste and salt it until it becomes fragrant and the oil start to spread. This step is important because it brings out the aroma of the spices. Step 3. Add the beef. After that, add the beef into the pot. Stir it well so the beef is cooked with the spicy paste. Let it cook for a few minutes until meat start to firm up. Step 4. Add the coconut milk and herbs. Then pour in the thick coconut milk and add the lemongrass.
Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Muhammad Asif. Today I talk about how to make french fries. Okay. Good morning teacher and friend. Today I would like to talk about how to make french fries. French fries is very popular in Malaysia because it's easy to cook, delicious and suitable for any time of the day. First of all, let me tell you about the ingredient. We need cooked rice, cooking oil, garlic, onion, eggs, vegetable sauce and carrot or green paste, soy sauce and a little sauce. If you like, you can also add chicken, sausage or seafood. Next, we start cooking. First, heat the pan on the stove and add some cooking oil. When the oil is hot, add the garlic and onion. Stir them until they become fragrant and slightly golden. After that, crack egg into the pan. Stir the egg quickly until it is cooked. Then add the vegetable and mix them well with the edge. Now add the cooked rice into the pan. Use spatula to break the rice and mix it properly. Then add soy sauce and a little salt for flavor. Rice until the garlic are well mixed and very cooked. If you want the fried rice to taste better, you can add a little pepper or chili sauce. Continue stirring for a few more minutes until the rice smells good and look delicious. Finally, turn off the stove and serve the fried rice on a plate. Fried rice is baked when it's still hot. In conclusion, making fries is very easy and doing not take a long time. Everyone can make at home with simple ingredients. Thank you for my listening.
Right now, I need to talk about toothbrush care. Brushing your teeth is one of the most important personal hygiene habits that we must practice every single day. We brush your teeth to remove food particles, to keep your breath fresh, and to prevent tooth decay. However, many people do not realize that brush alone is not enough. The toothbrush that we use also plays a very important role. If that toothbrush is dirty, damaged, or filled with bacteria, it cannot clean your teeth effectively. In fact, it can even start jam and make your mouth unhealthy. That is why taking care of your toothbrush is just as important as brushing your teeth. Today, I will like to share with you the proper step to take care of your toothbrush. The steps are simple, practical, and easy of everyone to follow. If you take care of your toothbrush, we are actually taking care of your healthy. First, never share your toothbrush with anyone. This is the most important rule. A toothbrush may look clean after use, but it actually carries bacteria from your mouth. Sharing your toothbrush allows other people germs to enter your body. It can cause infection and illness that are easily avoidable, even if it is someone close to you, such as a sibling or a best friend. You should still never share a toothbrush. Using your toothbrush help keep your oral hygiene safe or personal. You can also label your toothbrush with your name or use different color to avoid mixing them out with under at home. Next, rinsing your toothbrush with clean tap water after every use. After brushing, toss from food particles and bacteria get trapped between the bristles. If you don't rinse your toothbrush properly, damp leftover bacteria will stay there until the next time you use it. Rinsing under running tap water remove dirty, jam, and any
is stuck on the bridge. Take a few seconds to raise it properly. Control locally. Make sure the water is all sides of the bridge. This simple step keeps the toothbrush clean and prevents bacteria from growing on. After that, keep your toothbrush in a upright position and let it drain. Until you finish rinsing, shake off the extra water and please let the toothbrush upright in a holder. With it stand upright, the water can drip out easily and the bleach can dry faster. A wet toothbrush is a perfect placement of gem to grow. Keep it upright and exposed to air, help it dry naturally. Try to avoid keeping your toothbrush in a closed corner or closing it with a cup where it is still real. Close space trap moisture and always bacteria to multi even faster. If possible, place your toothbrush in an open area with good airflow. Then make sure your toothbrush does not touch under toothbrush. Many families store and take toothbrush together in a single cup. When the plastic touch jam and transfer from one toothbrush to another toothbrush. This is called cross-contamination. Even if everyone has good brushing habit, missing toothbrush can still spread bacteria. To prevent this, make sure the toothbrush are spaced apart. You can use a holder with separate sections or simple ensure that do not land against each other. This small step can protect everyone oral healthy and whole. Finally, replace your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months or early if it is damaged. A toothbrush does not last forever. Over time, the bristles become soft, bits, or stray out. When this happens, the toothbrush can not longer clean your teeth properly. Damaged bristles cannot reach between your teeth or clean your gum effectively. If you brush hard, your toothbrush may wear out even faster. You also always check the bristles. If they look tired or uneven, it is time to replace the toothbrush, even if it has not reached 3 months yet. Use a fresh toothbrush. Help answer that every brush season of infection and gentle on your teeth. In conclusion, the toothbrush care is an essential part of maintaining good oral hygiene. A clean oral maintenance toothbrush helps protect your mouth from harmful germs and keep your teeth healthy. Remember this step. Do not share your toothbrush. Using is to thoroughly after you use. keep it outright and leave it dry. Keep it away from other toothbrush and replace in the regularly. May seem small, but they make a big difference in your daily health. By following them, you can maintain a clean mouth, a healthy smile, and a toothbrush that works properly every day. Thank you for listening, and I hope you will start practice good toothbrush care from today onward.
Brushing your teeth is one of the most important personal hygiene habits that we should do every day. In fact, we should brush our teeth at least twice a day, once in the morning and once before going to bed. But did you know that taking care of your toothbrush is just as important as brushing itself? Today, I'm going to show you how to take care of your toothbrush properly so that it stays clean and safe to use. First, never share your toothbrush with anyone, not even your family or best friend. Sharing a toothbrush can spread germs, bacteria, and virus, which may cause infection or sickness. Your toothbrush is a personal item, so always use your own next after brushing. Rinse your toothbrush thoroughly with tap water. Make sure to remove any toothpaste and food after that. Store your toothbrush in an upright position, like in toothbrush holder or cup. This allows it to drain and dry properly. Do not keep it lying down or inside a closed container, because moisture can make bacteria grow faster. If you have more than one toothbrush in a cup, make sure they do not touch each other. Particles that might be stuck between the bristles. Then shake off the excess water and let it dry. A clean and dry toothbrush helps prevent the growth of bacteria. Then it's important to replace your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months or sooner if the bristles look worn out of damage. A damaged toothbrush cannot clean your teeth properly and may even hurt your gums. So when you see the bristles spreading out, it's time to get a new toothbrush. Finally, always keep your toothbrush in clean, dry place away from the toilet area. If you're traveling, use a toothbrush cover, but make sure it's dry before storing it. This helps prevent bacteria from growing and keep your toothbrush safe to use every day. By following this simple step, you can keep your toothbrush clean and protect your mouth from harmful germs. Remember, a clean toothbrush means a healthy smile.
Hi everyone, brushing your teeth is one of the most important professional hygiene habits that we should do every day. In fact, we should brush our teeth at least twice a day, or once in the morning and once a week going to bed. But did you know taking the care of your toothbrush is just as important as brush in life? Today, I'm going to show you how to take care of your toothbrush properly so that it stays clean and safe to use. First, never share your toothbrush with everyone, not even your family or your best friend. Sharing a toothbrush can spread germs, bacteria, and various which ways cause infection or stick or use toothbrush in the personal item. So always to use the oven. The next, after brushing your toothbrush properly with the tap water. Make sure to remove any toothbrush or the food after you store your toothbrush in the other upright position, like a toothbrush holder of cup. This allows to inner dry and dry properly. Do not keep it lying down or inside a closed container because the moisture can make bacteria grow faster. If you have more than one toothbrush in a cup, make sure they are not each other, totally not mid odor, stuck in when breathes. Then shake off the excess water and let it dry. And clean and dry toothbrush help prevent the growth of bacteria. Then it's important to replace your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months or sooner if the bristles look brown or damaged. A damaged toothbrush cannot clean your teeth properly and might even hurt your gums, so you will see the bruise spreading out. It's time to get a new toothbrush. Finally, always you keep toothbrush a clean, dry place away from the toilet area. If you're not traveling, use a toothbrush cover, but make sure it's dry before storing it. This help prevent bacteria from the growing and keep your toothbrush safe to use every day. By following the simple step, you can keep your toothbrush clean and perfect your mouth from the harmful germs. Remember, a clean toothbrush means a healthy smile. Thank you for watching, and don't get the care of your toothbrush every day.